Hi, everyone. Good morning. Coming to you live from room 204, Mrs. Chewy's room. Everyone say hi. And I'll tell you, it is a really unusual day around here. They've been outside working on the, was it a paper airplanes competition and all this fun stuff. So we have had a busy day. We are a couple minutes behind, but everyone needs this reminder that our test corrections are due tomorrow. So if you are here in the school or online, please go back to that original post and attach your corrections. And if you're here in school, I know we don't have math class tomorrow. I'm going to come by and grab any test corrections that haven't been turned in yet. Are there any here in the group that want me to take them today? If so, bring them out.
You don't have math tomorrow?
No, it's a half day and you do not have math tomorrow.
I thought we wanted to mix in the morning.
But last time we had a half day, you did have math. So this time we're going to balance it out and give you your other subjects.
Oh,
So every half day you'll have the opposite group of subjects so that you balance it out.
Religion and social studies?
Sure, that sounds about right. So what you're going to take out right now is your planner. And you guys can even pull up the planner page if you want to look, but we're going to be working on two things today. Jameson, don't cut them now. We're going to review sections 2.1 and 2.2 because, hey, I'm teaching. Hey, put that away. I'm teaching. We're going to review 2.1 and 2.2 because they're a little bit hefty as far as what was taught. And we're going to review some of that, okay? And we're going to do a little activity that's going to be worth assessment points, but you're going to get to take it home over the weekend to work on it nice and slow. But we're going to check this activity right now. Remember the cut and paste pieces? We're going to check this right now. So if you want to have your game board out in front of you, something we do at school for homework, when people have completed their homework assignment, we give them a Mr. Juicy stamp. So I'd like you, if you attempted every section of this homework page, please put a smile on the top, and I'm going to come and stamp it with Mr. Juicy. And that'll give you guys a minute to get your paper out, and we're going to follow along here on the screen, okay? So let's go and give Mr. Juicy stamp. And it's Mr. Pumpkin, it looks like today, because it's the first day of October.
Pumpkin, Mr. October?
No, I can get that one. I have lots of them. Oh, Sally.
Whoever doesn't write a smiley doesn't get a Mr. Juicy, and that's a fact. Proven by me.
Oh my God! The camera's face towards the screen. They can see themselves. Yeah, they can all see themselves.
Yes, I am. We just did experiments.
Oh, themselves section. Michael, what are you doing?
Okay. Nice job. Now we're going to get it up on the screen here. So, nope, that's not it. I have to find the one from yesterday. The foldable is going to be kind of like a assessment score. So I really want you to take it seriously, but let's review first, okay? Active Inspire.
You're not sharing the screen.
I know, I'm not sharing the screen yet. So, my online people, I need your help with something. We noticed that sometimes when the teacher is writing on the screen, that the annotating isn't showing up on what you see. So I want you to unmute yourself right now, and I'm gonna try sharing my screen. And I want you to say what you are seeing me write. Does that make sense? I'm gonna share my screen, and then I'll tell you when I'm gonna start writing. All right. Can you see this red star?
No.
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 Okay. Can you see this red star?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But you can't see it anymore, right? Is the
I
red
can-
star gone?
No.
I see the second red star.
You see a red star?
Yeah, but not the one that's on when I look at your camera, but I see the one that you did, the last one you did.
Okay. This is a problem. So here's how I'm gonna get around it. And I'm gonna pull up another window. Oh my goodness. I know, I can't do anything. It's saying I can't do this, I can't do that. That's what my Zoom recording is saying. You can't do this while you're recording. You can't do this. So I'm gonna go and type it, I think, on this page. Stop making that noise. Can you see me typing now?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna reveal all the answers to the different sections. And all I'm gonna tell you is the game piece that's supposed to go there. So you know how all of your have like a little code in the top corner? They have a number and a symbol. And that number was just to help me really quickly look through your paper and see if you got the right spots, okay? So for the first row, you should have a 15 in this spot. You should have a 6 piece in that spot and a 13 in that spot. Okay, how did you do on that? So if you got something misplaced, it's okay. What I want you to do is put a little X on the corner of that piece so that you can keep track of how you're doing. If it's an emergency, you can go. If it's not, please wait. Because you shouldn't leave during instruction unless it's emergency level. I want to keep track of how many you're getting wrong overall for your understanding. So I want you to go, wow, I got 15 wrong here. I really need some help on this. Or I only got 2 wrong. Let's see if I can figure out why. So we're going to keep track of how many that you got incorrect so that you can gauge what's your next move. Please don't write on your desk. I'm not talking to you. Okay, next row. We should have 4, then 17, then 16. The next row, you should have 12, then 18, then 11. then you should have 7, 14, then 5, then 10, then 9, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 8. Okay? This is what I want you to do now. You're going to count up how many X's you got. And next to Mr. Juicy, can you write that number? If it's a 0, write a 0. If it's a 10, write a 10. Write how many little X's you had to put. And if you are online, type it in the chat box and send it to me privately, because it can only message me. So I want to see how you did on that assignment, okay? So send that to me. And what I'm going to do now is pull up Activision, and we're going to do a little review activity together. Okay? So if you're at home and you have like a little whiteboard you could use, grab it. And if you don't, grab a sheet of paper. If you're here in the classroom, get out your little whiteboards and a marker. Get out your little whiteboards and a marker. We're going to do a little review right now. We're going to review today. Can I come and look at your number on your Mr. Juicy? Okay. Put it away after I come by. Put it away after I come by. Well done. So you have a little whiteboard and a marker. We're going to review some of the notations that we've studied this week, okay? So I want to know predominantly online kids, can you see the big whiteboard? And then I'm just a little tile in the corner, right? All right, good. Yes, Dominic. I did. I'm back. That way. Let's review some of the notation we've studied, okay? But we're going to kind of play boys versus girls here a little bit. So we need everyone to participate. And I know on the assignment posting, I said we were going to go through page 20. I'm just going to use the information from page 20 to do it here on our little whiteboard. So you don't have to write anything on page 20 at all. We're going to just practice on the little whiteboards, okay? Yes, Daniel. Do you have another one? Okay, then I would grab a piece of paper and do these on a loose leaf. Okay. But we're not supposed to share the supply. So just grab a sheet of loose leaf. Grab a sheet of loose leaf for now. It's not a big deal. And what we're going to do first, everyone, is called easy notation. And the boys are going to work on decimal notation. And the girls are going to work on fraction notation. And then we're going to switch, okay? So inside of this little bubble I'm going to make, this is the number that we're both going to perform expanded form on. Quieter. And then the boys are going to work over here on their whiteboard, and the girls are going to do the fraction version, okay? So here's the first number we're going to try. And I'm going to demonstrate both the decimal and the fraction notation for you to start. So you should be looking up at the front board and at nothing else in your desk, no other books, no other toys, no other markers. You're fully paying attention, right? Don't make me babysit you. Otherwise, I'll charge your parents a babysitting fee, which is tremendously higher than your tuition. Okay, here you go. First one is going to be 7.21. So here's the way that we're going to stretch it. Easy notation just concerns value. Everyone say value. Value means worth, right? So we're going to look at each of these digits, the 7, the 2, and the 1, and say, how much are they worth? This side, we're going to write that worth in decimal notation, and on this side, we're going to write it in fraction notation. All right, so I'm going to point to the first number. How much is the 7 worth, everyone? It's worth 7, so you should just write a 7. We're doing the easy form first, Luke. I see you're splitting it into digit position. We're going to do that next. So we're just doing easy right now. What's the worth of the 2? 2 tenths, right? So I'm going to write just 2 tenths. And what's the value? What's the worth of the 1? 100. Good. Fraction form would be almost the same, except instead of 0.2, how do I write 2 tenths as a fraction, class? How do I write 2 over 10, okay? How would I write 100 as a fraction? 1 over 100. So depending on which version you're working on, you could even try writing both. That's okay. Here we go. I'm going to give you a new number, and I want you to try stretching it out, okay? So girls are still doing fraction, and boys are still doing decimal, okay? No, that's standard form. Right now, we're just doing easy form. We're just doing easy value form to warm up, and then we'll do standard form. Not yet, not yet. Okay, here's the one you're going to try. 5.24. So girls, fraction, easy form. Boys, decimal, easy form. And then hold up your little whiteboard. Hold up your little whiteboard or whatever you're writing on so I can see how you're doing. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. The 5 has a value of just 5. The 2 has a value of 2 tenths. The 4 has a value of 400. Okay, the 5 has a value of 5. The 2 has a value of 2 tenths. and the floor has a value of 400. How'd you do? So easy form just concerns the value. But when we go into standard notation, that's when you split it up into those little parentheses pockets and talk about digit position, digit position. So if I wanted to split up this number now, we're going to go take a look and try the same number, but we're going to use standard form instead. Let me set up your little pockets. Okay. Let me set up the pockets. I'm going to erase this because now we're going to switch it to, remember, standard notation. We're still going to do 5.24. And when we're setting up standard notation, we're going to be splitting up the value into its digit times the position, right? So how many digits do I have to manage for this number? How many digits, guys? 3. 3. So I need to set up 3 little pockets, right? 3 little parentheses pockets. This one's for the 5, and this one's for the 2, and this one's for the 4. You're working on fraction side, same thing, right? So each little parentheses bubble will have both the digit and the position of that number. So let's look first at the 5. Class, tell me the digit. The digits of 5. And what position is it in? The 1's place. That's the same for this one, right? How about the 2? Where is the 2 located? In the 10. Almost the same for fraction, except I'm going to write it as a fraction. And the 4 is in the 100. You're getting it? Okay. Are you ready to do one on your own? Girls, you're still doing fraction. And then we're going to switch to decimal, and boys are going to switch to fraction after this next one, okay? Yes. So I'm actually just going to erase my numbers. You guys like standard better?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it because it gets you to think about all of the things that you've been learning this year about place value and kind of work. Are you ready? Quiet, please. Thank you. Here's the number you're featuring. 53 and 207,000. Big one here. 4 digits to manage. 4 pockets. Online kids, make sure you're holding up your whiteboard or your paper so I can take a peek at how you're doing. digit is a 5. So the 5 goes there. Or if you're doing fraction, the 5 goes there. The 3 is going to go there, right? 3 is going to go there. The 2 is going to go there. 2 is going to go there. And the 7 needs to go there. The 0 carries no value, so we don't even need to make a pocket for him, right? All of these are going to have a multiplying symbol because we're telling what position to multiply that digit by. All right, here's what I'm noticing on some of the papers, some of the work. Please tell me, this is a 5, I know that, but what position is the 5 in? What spot? He's in the 10 spot. So this 5 needs to be multiplied by a 10, no matter if you're doing decimal or fraction form. 10 is the way. 5 times 10. Move next door. The 3 is in what position? The 1's place. So the 3 needs to be multiplied by the 1. Okay, move to the 2. Where's the 2's position? It's in the, say it everyone, 10th place. If you're writing decimal form, how do you write 10th? Uh-oh. How do you write 10th? Where could you look if you don't remember how to write the number that correlates with that position? Where could you look, Anna Sophie? Yeah, on that place value chart. If you get out that place value chart, you'll see in the 10th column is this decimal and this fraction, right? So that will help you if you're ever stuck on what do I write? Last one is a 7. What position is the 7 in class? 1,000. So, oh my goodness, I don't think I'm going to fit it in there. I'll put a little arrow. 0.10 hundredth thousand. And this spot would be 1,000. Whew. Are we ready to switch? So the girls are going to work on decimal. So ladies, get ready to pivot into writing things like this, 0.1 or 0.01 or 0.001. And gentlemen, get ready to write things in fractional form, okay? Give us a big number. I'm going to give you one. That one was pretty big. I was trying to challenge you that time.
Make it 1,000. Make it 1,000. Yeah. You make it in 100,000. Make it to the 100, 1,000, and the 10,000, and then the billion.
So I'm going to switch now. I want the boys to be working on the fraction form and the girls to be working on decimal. You can do both, of course, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So let's keep it manageable. Here's the number we're going to be featuring. Okay. Remember, standard notation means take that easy value form and split it into digit times position, right? Digit and position. So here we go. 400 and 326,000. How many digits do you have to manage? You have to manage this one, this one, this one, and this one, right? They're kind of hard to see. I'll rewrite the numbers on top. So you have to deal with the digit and position of the ones I have highlighted, right? The zeros carry no what? Value, so you don't even have to worry about those. I'm going to build my 4 pockets to get structured, to get set up. notation, try the other form if you feel like you are needing something else to do right now. The other one down here. Okay. Digit, 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 digit. 4, 3, 2, 6. 4, 3, 2, 6. Times the position. If I'm writing in decimal form, what position is the 4 in, class? Hundred. Hundred. So I have to write 100. He's in the 100 spot. What position is the 3 in? Tenth. How do I write tenths in the decimal? 0.1. If you didn't know that, where should you look? Resource notebook, place value chart. How about the 2? Yep, 0.01. How about the 6? 0.001. I still didn't have it in room. Okay, fraction form, same thing. Write it as a fraction. 4 is in the 100 spot. 3 is in the 10th spot. 2 is in the 100 spot. Hundredths. Say hundredths. With a THF. And the 6 is in the 1000th spot. Woo! Is this a lot to swallow? Okay, set your board aside. I don't want you to bother with erasing it just yet. Okay, whatever. What I'm trying to do is get this foldable activity passed out to you so that you have some time to look at it before our class ends. So you guys have this attached. Can you do some of it if you want? Yeah, I'm going to show it to you right now first. You know what? Would you mind passing one of these out to everyone? I will. Okay, thank you. And then I'm going to demonstrate for you what it is. You have to be quiet so I can explain this to them and you at the same time. Gentlemen, quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. So the attached document on this assignment is two pieces of paper. I printed it on opposite sides of the paper. You can do that if you'd like. And then all I did was fold it to be like a brochure. If you just print the 2 pages, that's fine too. And you'll see that one of the panels is kind of like a front cover. It says expanded form foldable activity. It's a spot for your name. And it has an example of every notation that we've studied so far. There's easy decimal notation. Do you see that next to number 1? There's standard decimal notation, which is split into what? Digit position. There's easy fraction notation, which is the value of each digit. And then standard fraction notation that splits it into digit position. So you'll open up your brochure and you're going to see that as they progress, they get a little bit harder, okay? So the 6.81, that one's pretty easy, right? And then you look, it gets a little harder, 42.05, then 36.009, and then turn to the back. What do you see? 510, right? And then 1,257 and 801 thousandths. So this one is your challenge panel for sure. What can you use to help you identify place value, everyone? What specifically in your notebook, the what page? The place value chart, okay? Plus you have all of the front panel here describes what to do for each notation. Can we do one of these together? Want to? Everyone has to be looking at the same one though. Let's pick, I don't want to pick the easiest one. Let's do the 36.0091 together. 36.009. So I'm going to hop over to my board. And I'm going to do everything we just did, all 4 notations, with one of the ones that's on your homework pamphlet, brochure thing. So number 1 asks for easy decimal. So remember, that means give the value in decimal form. So tell me the value of the 3. 30. Tell me the value of the 6. Tell me the value of the 9. 9,000. Well done. Next row says, give me the standard decimal form, which means I split the value into digit, position, bundles, right? Digit, position. So I've got 3 digits to manage, right? The 3, the 6, and the 9. So I set it up 3, 6, 9. That's the digit. Now I have to go in and handle the position of each of those digits. What's the position of the 3? What position, class? 10, Scott. What's the position of the 6? 1. What's the position of the 9? Thousands. I think I need a bigger place here to write that. Come here. 0.001. That's the position name. On to easy fraction. This is where you give the value, but in fractional form. So same as before, 30 and 6, and this time I'm going to write 9 over 1,000 so that it looks like a fraction. Last step, standard fraction. Split it up, digit position plus digit position plus digit position. I can see the digits I need, a 3, a 6, a 9. And now I'm going to multiply them using a fraction where necessary. What position is the 3 in? 10. 6 is in the 1. 9 is in the 1,000. Okay? All right. So, oh, you didn't finish that? You want me to put it back up? I can put it back up. I just wanted to wrap up Zoom here for my my class here on Zoom. I got it. I'll put it back up on the screen in a minute, okay? But I was going to wrap up the class, guys. If you have any other questions, you can send me an email and we can handle it then. Is there anything quick that you want to ask me about your activity? You can unmute yourself or type it in the chat box, okay?
Can I see the screen again because my put your mark in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Moore, how would I join a Zoom office hour?
You go to have you seen our Zoom directory? It has all the teachers' names and kind of the number that matches their username. Do
Okay.
you know where that is?
Yeah, I printed it.
Okay, so then you would type in my meeting ID and then type in the password, and it will join into my meeting ID, okay?
Okay.
Do you want to try it after we
Um,
off this Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think mine starts with like a 586, right?
Yeah.
791, something like that. So I'm gonna, after I get out of this Zoom meeting, I will turn on my office hours ones just so you can practice here getting on, okay?
Yeah, I actually have some questions for the decimal one for the Zoom office hours because I was not doing too good with this.
Okay.
With the decimals.
Okay. Then I will hop on after I close out the Zoom, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Anything else, class, that's in front of me? Good. This is not going to be due till Monday, so you take your time with it. It's worth assessment points. So this is like getting to take a quiz home, right? And use your resource notebook to help you. Make sure you nail it, right? Get those 10 points. All right, I'm going to sign off and then type in my number, okay, Isabella? And I'll get on right there, okay? Let me see right here. Tegan, the foldable activity, it's attached to the assignment where you just got the link for today's activities in Zoom. It's gonna print out on 2 separate pages. You can tape it together if you want, or just keep it as 2 separate pages. It's up to you. All right, I'm gonna sign off now. Okay, bye. Bye, guys.